crooked. What is wrong with my screen? Why do it look like that? Why does it look like someone smudged wax on my camera lens? No fucking water in there. Okay. Why didn't that help? Why is it zooming in now? Oh my god. Stop zooming in. Well. Stop. Sorry. No, don't zoom in. Why would I want it to zoom in? Why? Why? No, stop doing that. Can it? It just doesn't like me. You are the first one. Probably be the first one for a while. That's how YT works. Oh, I don't know why my screen looks so foggy and weird. I wish I did. I'd fix it. Oh my god, bro. Go back where you're supposed to go, bro. Jeez. Cheese. Okay. Okay, brush my teeth. Teeth brushing. Oh, I need to put this wax back. I just waxed a painting and I listed it on the site. Sitting up there drying right now. And then I'll ship it out. Probably tomorrow. Because I gotta let the wax dry on it before I ship it out. I'll put this in here. Needs to go in here. But yeah, we're gonna brush my teeth and then I'm gonna make some ramen. Some oatmeal. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to switch to. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Obviously, I'm gonna mainly focus as much as I can over here. As much as I can, right? But if TikTok doesn't fully like completely suck, I might still stay over there a little bit, but just depends on what turns TikToks makes, you know? But I still need to go over there. I still need to be able to tell people to come over here and go live, that I'll be over here. So I still need to be over there to get people over here, you know, basically. And I'm aware that there are some people who just don't have YT. I don't know how, but there are some people out here that have the TikTok, but they don't have YT.
Huh?
So.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
I'm running with them to do an errand.
An errand? Okay.
Love you.
Well, okay.
Yeah, what's up?
Nothing. I was just wondering when you're going to record music and are we going to do anything with the band today?
Yeah, we are.
Well, it doesn't seem like we are. He doesn't have the plans of when we're doing that, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. We've got shit to do. We've got things to do. I'm doing alright. How about yourself? Good morning. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here. We need to be over here more often. So y'all need to, if you are on my TikTok, you guys need to be convincing me to go live over here, okay? I need the motivation, alright? I need the motivation to do so. But I'm almost monetized on here. Well, not almost. I'm getting close to getting monetized. We need our watch time to get up. We need to get the watch time up. So we need to do that, and then maybe, just maybe, we'll be monetized. So I need to go live over here more. It just sucks because I don't have time to make a copyright-free playlist, and so I never want to go live over here because I want to listen to music. We can't listen to music over here because I don't have a copyright, like, public domain playlist yet for oldies. But I'll make one. It'll be there. if you are unhoused, you might want to know that this is, this isn't a great place to be asking for handouts, my friend. I've asked for handouts a lot in my life. I've needed help. But yeah, there's a better place to ask for handouts on other hobos live stream. It's stepping on friends' toes. That's not cool. I can get rid of them. I guess I understand if you went to like a live stream and like someone's like selling a product or something, maybe, or like someone in a nice mansion and then you ask the chat for like money. I could understand that. But to go to another person's, like a hobo's live stream and ask for money, come on. Not the place to do so, A place and time. Not here. Alright. Okay, I gotta brush my teeth. My teacup. Little teacup. And water. I need to fill up these jugs at some point. I might do it soon in a little bit, maybe. They're my bloomers. I love my bloomers. I do love my bloomers. Alright. Brush the teeth, and we're gonna make some oatmeal, and then we're gonna start on the pants. I don't know. Should we do the hat first or pants? I've already started on the pants, and if I just get the belt loops done, then I don't know. I don't know. Too much. They are really comfortable. I probably want to get new bloomers eventually, because these are just like some cheap bloomers, and so they're having a lot of issues. And they keep coming up with different issues, and I fix them, and then another issue comes on. Ripping wise, tearing, elastic wise. But I keep mending them, so hopefully they'll last a little bit longer. I have a bunch of stuff to do. First, I'm gonna brush my teeth. I'm sorry. I am a nomad after all. Hobo nomad, traveler, whatever. Hobo bum, whatever you want to call me. So, I do have to brush my teeth. Just like we all do. And then we'll get to making some oat of the mail. And then after the oatmeal, we'll get to doing some work. I've already cleaned the van and organized the van on the TikTok app. So that's already done. All I need to do is start on the work. I still don't feel like I did enough yesterday. I'm unfortunately at this constant state where I always feel like I'm not doing enough. And it's annoying. It's annoying and I hate it. And I need to get better at it. Being content with the things I get done through a day. Ow. My gum hurt. I hope nothing's affected. That would suck. Sorry, I just don't want to floss my teeth on the screen. That's kind of gross. So, do it over this way. Sometimes when I brush my teeth or floss or something on stream, it reminds me of this poem I listened to by this other van lifer. And in the poem, he's talking about van lifers who, sit in parking lots and not parking lots, but I think he says something about a parking lot in the poem. But that they sit and they have like $1,000 cameras. Well, not five. I'm over exaggerating, but they have like a lot of fancy cameras, every angle, like filming them brushing their teeth. And I always just thought that was a very funny line. You know what I mean? In the poem. Because that's what a lot of people think of when they think of van lifers now. And there's no problem with that. But a lot of the times, once people find out the way that I live in my van, they look down upon me because I don't live like other van lifers who, might have had money to start their adventure, a little bit more money than I did. But I always thought that was a funny poem, funny comparison. Get a real job. Talking to. I don't see anybody behind me that doesn't have a job. A real job. There's Plastic Jesus. So he doesn't have a real job. He's up there. You can't really see him, but he doesn't have a real job. But technically we say his real job is just sitting on our dashboard. So he said as long as you just sit on our dashboard, you're fine. Is our payment enough? I actually do not want a real job. But also it's funny how we made up what real jobs are in society. We love to consume art and have art and entertain us. But as soon as we find someone who might not have been wealthy yet because of art, then we say, oh, you're not a real artist, or you don't have a real job. But as soon as they see that they have a lot of money coming in, their tunes change very quickly. Then, oh, you have a real job, And some people out here, we like to dedicate our life to things because we enjoy it, because we love it, because it's our passion. And money is not the main reason why we do what we do. It's because we love it. And we happen to sometimes make money of it. And that's nice. And that's great. But yeah, not everything is about money to everybody in life. Yeah, it's we're in Colorado. We're in Arizona right now. Save up yourself for a Greyhound bus. I don't know how much expensive Greyhound buses are up there. Or, I don't know, find somewhere to hitchhike. Go hitchhike, get yourself out of New York. Man, that place is cold. Go somewhere warmer. Anywhere. I like that comment. That's a good one. How dare someone peacefully exist and not harm anybody else and love their life? Oh, how dare you? How could you? The spite I have for you not affecting my life or doing anything to hurt me. I'm mad. I would say, as soon as you can, get yourself, sorry, that was gross. Get yourself a bus ticket. If you don't have the money, hitchhike, you know what I mean? Talk to people. Talking to people is really important. Communicating. You know, people that you see around New York, traveling through New York, or, you know, depending on where you are, you might need to get a bus to get out to somewhere that is a little bit better to hitchhike out of, but yeah, I try my best to get out of there. Sorry. I got to brush the teeth. Gotta keep the pearly whites somewhat pearly white still. You know, somewhat. Wonder what it's like to be getting the nice old veneers. I'm gonna need some of those. But I probably will never be able to afford any. I'll just probably lose my teeth and have another reason why people will make fun of me. It'll be great. Maybe it'll cause engagement when I lose all my teeth. My poor friend Abby Spoon Lady, she lost her teeth. People are always really fucking assholes to her. And she lost her teeth because in an abusive relationship, her husband. I don't know. I shouldn't say her husband. I don't know if it was her husband or not, but he smashed her teeth in with a hammer, and she lost her teeth. And people are constantly saying, "Oh, you don't have teeth because you of addiction, or this is why you lost teeth," or always saying random stuff, but not actually knowing the backstory, which is fucked up. All right, teeth are brushed. Oh god. They were running to get an errand, go and do an errand, but I don't see where they went. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think at the end of the day, I don't think anyone's like mean, inherently mean. Nobody's born mean. You might be born with a mental illness that makes you a little bit insensitive to things. But you can always learn to grow and be a better person. But unfortunately, society just gets to people to the point where some just don't want to fight the good fight anymore. They get resentment from life, and they let life beat them down. And to a degree, I understand. Life's hard. You know what I mean? Not everyone's got the willpower to keep on being a decent person, unfortunately. Oh, thank you. I try. Just try to give people respect. And if they give me respect, I treat them with respect. I do not stand to be spit in the face and then call that candy. You know what I mean? I do stick up for myself and stand up for myself and others, friends as well. Alright. Now, oatmeal time. Oat of the mail. Mailing out oats. Oh, well howdy. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the people who came over from TikTok. Most of the people who come over, or people who are on the lives, are people who come over from TikTok. But unfortunately, we're musicless here. I don't know where to put this so y'all can see me cooking the oatmeal. All I'm doing is boiling water, though. It's not that it's fun. Y'all gotta see me boil water. It's so interesting. It does smell kind of dirty. Oh, it's got oil in it for some reason. Whatever. Alright, I'm pretty sure I have different types of oat melon here. What's this? Oh, tea? Cereal? I already milk, so I can make cereal. Tea. Is it all brown sugar? I thought I got a variety pack. Ah, I did. Yeah. See, I knew I got a variety pack. Okay, we got the brown sugar. There's a bunch of brown sugar ones. Cinnamon and spice. We just like to do two. We got low sugar. I don't know why they. I mean, I don't really like a bunch of sugar in my food anyway. So, cinnamon spice and apple spice. A brown sugar. Maple and brown sugar. I don't know which one to do. They're both so good. Okay, we're gonna do cinnamon and spice. Spice? What are the other spices in it? Anyway, cinnamon and apple. Wait, this one has cinnamon in it already. Oh dear. Okay. Now we're gonna do the brown sugar and maple. I do have a place to get mail. You'll have to just shoot me a message. I have different places. It depends on, like, we'll just have to communicate, because I'll be in Colorado in April, to May. So the beginning of May, most of, April and beginning of May, I'll be in Colorado. But after that, then I'll be moving to Kansas. I'll be headed to Kansas, so. Howdy from South Carolina. My little brother. Oh, South Carolina. I can speak and read, I promise. Just not all the time. Howdy. Just give up. Just give up. I'm just gonna give up. Alright. I'm probably gonna have to have a little bit of a bowl before I eat my food, because I haven't ate breakfast or lunch or anything like that in decades. So, is there a protein shake still in here? It is. I wanted to drink it, but I might have it for lunch. It's Les's, but I might eat it for lunch. We'll see. Alright, we got this stuff for the bowl. I need a bowl. We're gonna load a bowl before we eat, so I can eat. Because I can already see this happening to me. Is I cook the food, and then I'm like, ooh, time to eat, and then I eat one bite, and I'm not hungry. So we're gonna have a bowl. Join us if you would like. And then we'll cook the food, and then we'll get to work. I'm not sure which project I'll do first, but we have a hat to fix. We have a hat to fix. We got a painting to sketch out. I might do this. I might sketch the painting out when I watch a movie today. Oh Lord, what was that? Where did it go? Oh dear. Was it the piece? The bowl's piece? I sure hope not. That would be a bummer. Yeah. Okay. Why don't you get support? What? Question mark? Why don't you get support? What support? Back support? What kind of support we're talking about? I really hope that didn't I don't know what it was that fell. Oh wait, is it? No. Interesting. No, I really don't know what fell. Which is a little concerning. Ah, I found it. I know you aren't worried, but I did find it. Aha. Donations? I do. I just don't. I don't talk about it a bunch because I'm an artist, and if people want to donate to me, most people will ask, but I don't want to make my live stream somewhere where I'm constantly talking about donating to what I do, you know? I like to talk about my art more than I would like to talk about donating to what I do. But yeah, I mean, people do, but it's not, you know, the main thing that I talk about on here. I like to talk about my travels and my art, and if someone asks if they can donate to what I do, then I'll tell them where to donate to my places, which is in my link tree in my bio if you guys do want to. Or in my description, I have a Patreon where I post behind the scene artwork. It's $2 a month. And I also put discount codes for my website, Railcar Rosie Art, so you can get discounts, behind the scenes paintings and traveling stuff. So people support me over there on Patreon. Some people don't really like Patreon, so some people send me some cash on Cash App or PayPal. Some people get me stuff off my wish list. But it's up to people, you know, at the end of the day, and I don't want to force anyone to feel like they have to donate to what I do, you know? Howdy, howdy. It's up to them. It's up to them. All right. Bowl time so I can eat. Yay. I usually wouldn't partake in devil's lettuce in the morning / evening or evening / afternoon time, but I've been having trouble eating, and I don't eat breakfast and I eat small amounts of lunch. So I'm only taking a little bowl so that I eat. So that I am nourishing my body. As I am going to be hopping trains in May and hitchhiking again. And I can't be starving myself like I do now. I'm not like on purposely starving myself or anything, but but I'll peel over if I don't eat properly on the road, hopping trains. Yeah, I'm trying to like kind of be a little relaxed, a little bit of working on stuff, you know. I kind of gonna treat today like a little bit like yesterday. I do need to make a list, a new notepad, not list. I need to make a like a to-do list, kind of like a to-do list for my days, because I've been forgetting to work out. Oops. And I've also been forgetting to brush my teeth a few days in the mornings. I've been forgetting to do that, and I just need to put myself on a little bit more of a stricter schedule. Not like, I don't know how to explain it. Not like strict, but to like just plan my stuff out so I get things done properly. You know what I mean? Throughout the days, so that I'm not having all these things be like, oh, I'm gonna do this sometime, and it never gets done. You know what I mean? But I need to do that today. Let's see what else I need to do today. I need to go through my phone, probably check messages to make sure I'm not, I checked a few this morning, but not a lot. Need to make sure I'm not missing any emails about paintings or anything important. And like I said earlier, we need to do the hat. And I'll show you some of the stuff that we're working on today. But I'm going to go back over to TikTok today at some point. Not sure when, but we'll be over there at some point again today. Again, not sure when, but we'll be there. We will be over there again. Alright, broccoli time. As soon as I get these pants done, I can start on my other millions of tasks to do too. So if I get the pants done, I get the hat done, then I can think about the other millions of tasks I need to do. Like find some boot oil for my shoes. I think I have the boot oil in one of these tubs. I just don't know which one. I'm gonna oil them up. But the boot oil I have isn't very good for water resistant. Anyway, I need to stop thinking about that. I need to get to eating food. Yeah, I do custom pieces. I actually recently did, I'll show you some of these things I'm doing customly. And they're custom to a degree. They're not like custom, but they are kind of custom. I'll explain it in a second once I go get the painting. But yeah, I do custom paintings. I do them in my style though. I don't do like sceneries really, or just scenery paintings and stuff like that. But I just finished this one, and these are like little custom paintings that I do for people. Recently started doing. It's super fun and I enjoy it. Well, not recently. I started this last year when I was hopping trains, but I've decided to do it when I need to start focusing on smaller paintings. But I do this thing where you can pick out the colors you want in the background of this painting, and then I paint it for you like this. Oop, there we go. But yeah, it's like a custom kind of painting because you get to pick which one you want. Oh, nice. I'm glad you like them. It always makes my day to know that somebody appreciates the things that I create. Even if it's just a few people in this world. But yeah, you can pick through these. Like I have an owl. We've got the little skunk I just showed you guys. A little baby bird. A little hobo guy. A little chipmunk. A little retro axolotl. And then a little western guy. But yeah, you can pick one, and then you just get to tell me what colors you want. Or you can tell me, some people have said, hey, I don't want any particular color, just do it whatever you want to do. But yeah, you can pick the color of the animal, what you want them to look like, color-wise. And I'll be doing more like, I'll be doing more like this, where this is an actual photo that I took. I probably couldn't find it right now. But I took this actual photo of a train, on a train. Then I added a little skunk to it. So I'm probably going to do a lot more cartoon stuff like that, where I add a cartoon character into a picture I took. Right now it's going to be more of like freight trains and stuff like that. But that's a lot of the traveling paintings I'll be doing. And when I'm hopping trains, it'll be one painting a week. Like, it's either one painting that I'll do, right? So I'll either paint my own painting or a custom painting. But I can't do multiple paintings a week because I'll have to ship them out right away. But for now, it's free range. I can do pretty much, you know, whatever at this time. Unless it's super detailed. Because we'll be hopping in May. So I don't have a ton of months to do stuff, you know. But yeah, that's some of the custom pieces I've been doing. But I do actual custom pieces too. Recently, I gotta hurry up and partake in this bowl, but I'll show you one more thing. One of a custom piece that I did is, well, recently, which I need to do this too, god damn it. Sorry. I'm reminding all the stuff I need to do, and it's just too much. Recently, I did something like this for somebody. They wanted a Stitch painting. But I do retro style of paintings, and so I wasn't really sure how I was going to change Stitch into a retro style of painting because he's already cartoon. But I did it, and now he's almost finished and ready to go home to his owner. Yeah. In my bio, I have places where you can email me and reach out to me. You can reach out to me on TikTok as well. But yeah, just let me know. All you gotta do is let me know, and I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. There's a lot of things I'm really bad at getting back to people about. Artwork is one of them I try not to be bad at getting back to people. Thank you. That one was really fun to do. It was something that I wasn't really certain on, honestly, because, again, it's already a cartoon character, and I just wasn't quite sure how I was going to make a cartoon look more old. At that time, I was kind of worried about it, but I think it turned out really well. As an artist, I can definitely point out all the flaws that I see in it, but I try to, mostly focus on that. That's me showing myself where I can get better. Not that there's anything wrong with the painting, but these are ways I can improve. It is the best I could do with the knowledge that I had at the time and the skill I had at the time, and I think it looks good for that. This is waxed, so I'm having it sit up here and dry. It'll take 24 hours to be dry, and then we'll ship it out to its new lovely home somewhere over the rainbow. I don't know where it's going. I don't know where the person lives who's taking that one. Alright. Bowl time. Just a little bowl. Make sure I'm hungry. And then I eat all of my porridge. All of my porridge. But when I was taking out that painting, what I was talking about, something I needed to do. The painting has a little, not mistake, but something I need to fix in it. There's a missing white little duckling in the book. I don't know if y'all remember seeing there's a book in there. And in the book, I accidentally put a little bit of too much green to the side of one of the, or to the middle of one of the pages. And it covered up a duckling. And so I need to add the duckling back in with white paint that's not watercolor. And so I've got this paint that I got from Walmart, and I'm worried that it might not work properly. So that means, sorry, tried to cough it, y'all. That means I need to paint a painting and then add the white over the watercolor to make sure that I don't mess up that painting, because that would be really bad. I spent like, let's see, over 2 months on that painting. Some of it is just because like it was Christmas time, and so I had a lot going on in Christmas. But also some of it was because it was very intricate painting, and I did a lot of research for the painting, and switching it over to a more retro style. Hell, I even found out that Stitch apparently was a pug and a koala bear. Not was, but like he was created. His image was created from a pug and a koala bear. So if you didn't know, now you know. Stitch was, created from but his image was made after. The reason I looked that up is because I wanted to see if I needed to find different rubber hose koala bears and pugs, which I couldn't find really much retro pugs. But I did find a few koala bears. And so I'll take a few of those traits of the koala bear and put them on the Stitch. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Sorry, I put a little bit of keef on the bowl, and it's making it burn a little bit longer than I wanted it to. All right. Now, put this back. Where she goes. Fit. Oh no, I forgot this stuff back. I'm gonna feel too comfortable on TikTok after I come back from being on here. I'm gonna get in trouble all the time on TikTok now. Oh God. I wasn't bringing anything. Alright. Let's cook our breakfast-ish lunch kind of breakfast. What do you want to call it? Lunch breakfast. Oh, I'm scared. Last time I tried to fucking put this thing on, it was not a good situation. It, like, the propane was spilling out and it wouldn't screw on properly. So, I'm nervous. Okay, same problem didn't happen. That's cool. I tried to put it on one day and it was like not fitting on there. It was really weird and scary. Oh, well, thank you for being here. TikTok's so bad. Oh my God. And like, it's like so gradually changed. Slowly and then fast. It's like, it's been crazy. I remember, so I didn't have TikTok for like 2 years. For 2 years. I've only had it for 2 years. I got it when I first started dating Les. Or maybe I think I had it a year before I met Les, but I didn't get on TikTok. I just used it to post like 3 videos of me riding trains. And then I never got on it again. But I posted about, this is an empty water jug. Where's the full water jug? Oh, it's behind me. Lovely. But I never really got on there that much until I met Les. And he seemed to be doing alright on TikTok and having a good time. And I was like, well, I am doing art and I travel. And I do enjoy sharing my travels with people. So, yeah, I'll try it out. It was alright. It was like, okay, this is a little bit different than other apps, you know. But I got used to it, and then just was like downhill from there. I had like maybe a year of decent stuff, you know, being on TikTok, and then it was all downhill from there. Oh know if I like that right there. I think, ooh, lovely. Just the water away. I just gonna set it over here. Oh, that's why, because it's a little crooked. I'm gonna come sit you guys over here, because I gotta make the on the ground. I don't answer you. Wonder why. Oh, I forgot I need the light with this one. I keep forgetting that. You know, all of my other ones didn't need lights to start the stove, but this one does. But it holds them a lot better. Oh my god. My old one was so scary. My voice gave away there. It had tiny little prongs. And you couldn't do nothing with it. It always felt like you're gonna tip everything over you put on it. I should move it over a little bit. Hello, I'm still here, somewhat. There we go. Nice. Sometimes I feel like I have better angles outside than in this goddamn van. But, unfortunately, kind of in the suburbs right now. So I'm just gonna, there's nowhere to really go sit outside. You can sit on the sidewalk. I could put more honey in it. That's what it is. Apple cinnamon, maple and brown sugar. Today. I'm eating lunch for the first time in so long. Lunch, breakfast, whatever you want to call it. Brunch, breakfast. Trash. Mm-hmm. Get it so I can... Trash. Oh no. There we go. Man, water really does take so long to fucking boil. At least I already drank my coffee today, and I don't have to make more. I wouldn't mind another cup of coffee, but I don't need it, so I'm just gonna make do with some good old oatmeal. I want one of those kettles that whistle. Done. Old one. What if they're like a lightweight old kettle that's used on eBay or something? I haven't looked because it's not necessary, considering I already have one, so I don't need one. But eventually this handle is definitely going to break. So, I will eventually get that one. But it's something to think about. You know. Okay, I think that's good enough. I sure do hope so. I don't know why I put so much water in there. Well, but I did. Now you're gonna put a lid. Put y'all back. I forgot that was here. Get the lid. Oh, hobo. I just sweeped the floor and there's dog hair everywhere. That's okay. Well, hobo, can you red? Put your head right with the puppy. Oatmeal. My brunch, as they say. Why is it? It's cheap, but it don't fucking work. I hate the Dollar General. They're shitty products. And I hate that sometimes it's convenient for me to buy them. Ugh. This needs to cool down. I have a bunch of hot water in here and I don't know what the hell to do with it. I don't know why I made so much water for just some oatmeal. I could actually add peanut butter to it too. I think we have peanut butter, but I don't think we need to do that. That's too much. I was doing too much, I would say. And then I'll get toward the first project. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm gonna keep working on my pants because I started the belt loop yesterday anyway, but I really need to start getting to doing that hat. But that custom painting really needs to get done and finished. The person's been waiting for it for a while. I feel bad. else I need to do today? Too much to do. I've forgotten. Oh. Ooh, what one? Wow. Howdy. Oh my god, you useless. Everywhere. Like it sells something so goddamn useless. If the lid can't go on it, if it takes 10 minutes to put the goddamn lid on. Alright, well, that's almost done. Let me make sure that's cooled down. Yeah. See if I can put it away. Oops, sorry, Mom. That way. Oh, wait a little bit longer to put it away. I forgot the tips there. Okay. Eat my food. Get to work. Just a little relaxed. I need to be able to convince myself to eat, and that was the main reason. Hot. Goddamn. Very hot. What is the fucking in the Little Red Riding Hood said that the porridge was too hot and not just too right. Nope, just a van. Well, I don't even drive it. I'm just like a passenger. It's almost like I've never stopped hitchhiking, guys. No, it's just a van. And I am eating food and about to start doing some artwork and sewing and stuff like that. I need notebooks and notepads always fail me because I don't know, or maybe I'm just failing the notepad and the notebook. But even if I write it down, I still forget. It sucks. I have my reminding myself to remind myself to do stuff, and it still goes south. I put an alarm on my phone and then put my phone on silent. It's terrible. But I'm going to do something similar to that today. I've had a to-do schedule kind of a few times, but I always eventually stop doing them. But I get back to them. Sometimes it'll just be a few months. I'll get back to the schedule again. But I am going to start doing that again. I'm going to start up the schedule kind of thing. It's like a loose schedule. It's just like brush my teeth, you know, do a little stretching workout, you know, wash my face, clean the van, which that's one I never ever fail to do. I always clean the van. That's one thing I always do. I might have forgotten to brush my teeth straight in the morning and wash my face, but I did clean the van. I did today. No, I brushed my teeth today. I did not wash my face though. But no, it's just like a simple, loose schedule. And then I'll have a notepad written down of like a bunch of stuff that I need to get done. Whether it's like practice pinup makeup, or if I can, practice a burlesque routine. Some of it just has like to do with paintings or drawing or practicing rubber hose. Just depends on like what I need to put in the schedule, because it depends on what's going on around my life. I can't always like practice a burlesque routine, so then I might, you know, instead do pinup and practice a pinup hairstyle, or I might sketch out, you know, something for rubber hose practice. Or if I'm somewhere where I can do a painting, I might do a painting because I'm in the space where I can do a painting. Kind of just like works around my schedule. Kind of. But yeah. I've tried to do like a notebook before. Because I thought it would work too. Trust me, I was like, I should get a notebook and like write it down. But I this is embarrassing. I'd lose the notebook, and then I would lose all of my notes and things that I wanted to do. It was chaotic. Every time I've tried, I had a notebook to like write down stuff. But having a loose schedule, and then like a list of things that I get done, and then I put it in that schedule, that's helped me the most, because I do those schedules already. Like my mind in the morning is like, well, I kind of have to do my workout and stretch, and I make it so they have to check them off as like check marks on my phone, and so I'll check them off, and then in the middle I'll put a few of the things that I need to get done for the day. It depends on how much time I have. If I'm traveling, I don't always have the time to do a bunch of the things I need to do, you know. I wish writing stuff down would help me. Well, as a dyslexic person, I actually don't really like writing. But not like I like typing any better. I'm just not really good at spelling and words and stuff. So, I don't really like either. Not a big fan of either. I tried to be. I wasn't cursed with a brain that wasn't great at it. Maybe I'd like it a little bit more. I mean, I leave little notes for myself in different ways, I think. Like screenshotting stuff. Putting stuff out where I can see it so that I remember that I'm going to do it. Like all my sewing stuff to sew those pants that I'm working on. Right here. I don't know what the fuck I just dropped, but I dropped something. Right here. You know? So I know that I need to work on them. They're laying out right in front of my face, so I can't forget them. See, that's always worked for me. I've come to realize. It does make me look like I'm a very messy person. Sometimes. Because I have stuff, you know, in weird places. because I'm working on it. But you know, it works for me. I wouldn't be able to have a small sewing machine because I don't have anywhere to plug anything in the van. I'd have to get a hotel every time I wanted to sew something up. I just hand sew everything. Everything on these pants are hand sewed. And I wouldn't be able to do a sewing machine with these pants because the string was waxed with beeswax to make it a little bit tougher. It's embroidery string. But it would be nice to have one. It would be nice to have a sewing machine. If I could. I probably won't get a sewing machine until I get property someday. But my friend has a sewing machine, and when I go over to her house, Abby the spoon lady, she always helps me fix up stuff that I can't fix really by hand. Or I could fix by hand, but I'm just like, well, I'll wait until she fixes it. There's that jacket back there. You can barely see it. On that jacket, in the seam, or inside the jacket, there's a seam that's kind of coming apart a little bit. And it needs to be re-sewn. So I was just going to have her do it. She is amazing. I was just going to bring it to her and be like, hey, can you fix this? Because I don't have, like, sewing thread. I only have embroidery string and floss. Embroidery string and floss, that's what I sew with. So I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to buy black string just to sew a hole that's that big. You know? It's not a hole, it's just a seam that came undone. But it is a beautiful jacket. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but if you haven't, I'll go grab it and show it to you if you want to see the jacket. It is pretty cute. Or it's a coat, or I don't know. They called different things different shit back then all the time. They were just discussing how they used to call it blouses. A women's shirt. I live part-time in my van. I live part-time hitchhiking, hopping trains around the United States. I'm a hobo, nomad, traveler person. Been doing this for about 8 years. Well, I guess about 9 coming up here in May. Notebooks? Talking about notebooks? Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I was saying that I would never be able to read my notebooks because I don't read them back. If I have a notepad, like an actual pad, I might write it down, but I'll never look at it again. I could have written down a bunch of stuff in there. I'll never look at it. I hitchhike and hop trains, and I live in my van. So I've been hitchhiking and hopping trains for about 8 years now. And I've been part-time living in a van and hitchhiking and hopping trains 2 years in the van. I said that way too more complicated on accident, but yeah. Part-time in the van for 2, but altogether for 8 years. About 9 on May. Yeah, I hitchhiked and hopped trains before I lived in the van. And now I part-time live in the van and I part-time hitchhike and hop trains. I go to the van when I'm working on larger art pieces. Sometimes for like holidays so I can go see my family and stuff like that. Make sure I get there in time. And a big reason I now live in my van is because I am with my amazing boyfriend, Les Blackwell. He is a musician, and we needed a vehicle for him to get to his shows on time. And so we have this for when he's going to shows and recording albums as well. So that is when we're living the van. And when I don't have to be doing a bunch of stuff and things, we park the van at a friend's house and we go hop train and hitchhike. The van, it stays at a friend's house, and when we go on freight trains, not like Amtrak, like freight trains. What do you mean, how far on a train? A very vague question. Oh, how far in a state or train? What? That's me, the freight train riding cowgirl. Full disclosure, I'm actually not a cowgirl, but I am a freight train rider. I've hitchhiked top trains for about 8 years now. But my persona is the freight train riding cowgirl. I do pinup modeling, so. Railcar Rosie is not my real name. It is my pinup name, and it is my art name and online name as well. But, yeah. That's why it's freight train riding cowgirl. But no, I haven't actually wrangled any cattle. I used to I used to ride horses when I was young, but I haven't done that since I was a kid, so I wouldn't say I'm a cowgirl. But I'm not opposed to going on a ranch and doing some cattle ranching one day, if I ever get the opportunity to, for sure. Oh my god, Tupperware is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's like okay, fine. Jesus Christ. Or train to train, or do you travel train to train? I'm kind of confused what you're saying. So, let me see this. I get on a train, and I have food. The train is stopped, and it goes somewhere, and I either get off sometimes whenever it stops in a town, because it's the town I'm getting to, or sometimes the train just stops in a yard, and they take it apart. So then I get it off it then, too. So, and I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to say. How many miles? How many miles does a train? How many miles trains have I been on? Like, first of all, I wouldn't know. That's a crazy question. You couldn't tell someone how many miles you've been in a car your whole entire life, either. But your questions are so vague. And I'm not sure what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Your sentences aren't great, brother. I don't know if you're trying not to make sense or what, but I'm kind of giving up on trying to understand them. I do dishes. Guess we use that hot water for that. Yes and no. So you can have a gist of where it's going, if you haven't ridden that line in a long time, you're probably not going to know where it's going. But there are also other ways it can be more likely that you know where it's going. Say, by talking to other hobos, if you've ridden that train before. Conductors and workers sometimes will help us riders out too. But they wouldn't help just a stranger out. If someone came and walked up to them and was like, hey, where's this train going? They're not just going to tell a random stranger where the train's going. They usually, can tell what a train rider looks like. And also, every worker isn't the nicest in the book. And a lot of train riders, we can tell kind of which, workers are probably be a little bit kinder and which ones aren't going to be so kind. But yeah, there's a few ways you can. It is a tattoo on my face, but interesting thought process there. They, them, brother, sister. We don't always know where the train's going, no. Not all the time. There are a lot of times we get on and it's headed east. Hopefully it stays east and it doesn't turn somewhere else down the line. There are times where we know a little bit more. Just depends on what's going on. I mean, you never know. You never know what's on the other side of the screen. Could be a they, them, she. I don't know. Don't goddamn matter to me. Art. Sewing. Where did the sewing bag go? Oh, here it is. Found it. I need to get rid of these. Or at least put them in the tub down there. I gotta do it right now. There's makeup in here. My sewing kit's not in here. Interesting. Where's all of it? Dear. Better be in here. Oh, great. Ow, hold on. You stepped on my foot. You did that on purpose. Where the hell is this goddamn sewing kit? Man, Bubble, did you steal my sewing kit and hide it? I got things to fix and sew and mend. This is taking out of my time in the goddamn schedule. I'm busy. Got lots to do today. At least a lot I want to do today. I really wonder where it was gone. And I swear that I just seen it recently. Maybe it fell back here behind you. Oh my god, I don't really care. I'll tell you guys my name, but I prefer Rosie because that is my online name. That is my art name. So I prefer to go by that, but I don't mind if people know my real name. It's not a big deal, really. For the most part. Where is this garden going at? Where did it go? Why did it disappear? Oh, what, did you steal it? Oh. Oh, you're the boy. I think he's innocent. I don't think he stole it. But it's not unlikely. This is the second time this damn thing's gone missing. Like a month ago, it went missing. I couldn't find it for like 2 days. I had to move a bunch of stuff out of the way to find it. And it was really annoying. But yeah, my Madeline is my real name. But yeah, I prefer people call me Rosie or Railcar Rosie online, preferably. It's not a thing. Just check twice. You never know. You know what I mean? You never know. And here. You never know when it falls in somewhere. That's what I'm always hoping. It just fell somewhere very convenient. Not somewhere where I'm not going to remember. I know I already checked in here, but I guess it's just hope. Oh boy, this isn't going to be fun. Let's see. Can't see that back there. Well, this is cool, just in case anyone hasn't seen it. I sewed this little pouch a few weeks ago. Somebody gave me this really cool book. I read. It was really fun to do. Well, these are old pairs of pants. Unbutton it. Each piece of cloth. Da-da-da-da. I guess pretty self-explanatory. I said it before. I hitchhiked top trains before I met my boyfriend, and me and my boyfriend hitchhiked and hopped trains together for about a year, and then we saved up to get a van, and then we started traveling in the van, and we travel in the van when he's doing shows for the most part. And then we park our van at people's houses and we go hitchhike and hop trains. Sometimes I go hitchhike and hop trains by myself, and then he tags along with friends who have vehicles and goes to shows that way. Just depends on like what the situation is with like gas and where they'll be going. You know, vehicle wise, our van's pretty long. It doesn't fit anywhere, you know? So sometimes he goes with other people. Well, what exactly is the G word? It's a slur. A lot of people didn't know that. And I didn't know that, and that's why I tell people now, because when I found out, I was glad someone told me. Because I used to want to name my dog that word. And I decided not to when the person told me. I was like, what? I had no idea. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, no, the G word is a slur for Romanian people. I didn't know like I'm saying, I had no idea either. I named my dog Hobo, and I remember when he was a puppy, I was like, oh, I'm gonna name my other dog the Jew, and they were like, I wouldn't do that, and I was like, why? I think it'd be cute, and they're like, and they told me, and I was like, oh, okay, glad you told me, because that would have been embarrassing. If I already named my dog that, like imagine that. Oh man, that would have been bad. It's a tattoo on my face. Mm-mm-mm. Alright, I've really got to find the sewing kit. It's kind of important. Steal your snacks, Hobo. I don't see anything. How does this happen to me? Oh, your tail is straight in the way. All I can see is your little curly tail. Good boy. Can you help me find it? Please? It's lost. Last time it fell back here, but I doubt that happened again. Well, I'm not seeing it over there. Wait, let's see if it's. In here. It's got some wax. Oh, a zipper in here. Nice. I don't think it's in here. Thought maybe I might have stuck it in here. All of my spare fabric is in this bag, but I don't see it. Unfortunate. Well, I guess I might as well get off of here and look for it then. Cause I don't know how long it's going to take me to find it. Could be forever. Could be a few minutes. I don't know. But I'm going to get off of here. I'm probably going to get back on TikTok. Might get back on here again today, but I'm not sure. If not, I definitely see y'all tomorrow. Hope y'all have a beautiful day. And if I don't see you on TikTok, I'll see you down the road.